Here are my top reasons why you should play CMON's A Song of Ice and Fire miniature game. Hello everyone and welcome back to the BattleCast. Today's video I'm going to be outlining my top reasons why I think A Song of Ice and Fire miniatures game from CMON is an overlooked miniature combat game. So firstly, I just want to say that, rank and file combat games are a concept that I love, and I've really wanted to like them for a very long time. When Warhammer Fantasy came out, I bought it. Didn't really click with me, sold it. Rune Wars was another game. I bought into that game. I liked it for a lot of reasons, but it just didn't really work out as well as I had hoped it would. There's something so satisfying about, taking models out of a rank and, the visual state of the board. It's so evident what's going on in rank and file games. And the movement has the potential to be really cool. It's more rigid than like a game like Kill Team or Age of Sigmar. And it's that rigidity that makes it a little more skillful, I would say. I can safely say now, though, that A Song of Ice and Fire, now I've played probably about 6 or 7 games now, it honestly is the closest thing I've found to kind of matching this rank and file niche. So here are my top reasons why I think this is the case. So first and foremost, it is the movement of this game that won me over. Rank and file do typically have more rigid movement, especially when compared to games like Age of Sigmar. And this version, this A Song of Ice and Fire, they have taken that rigidity and they've added a lot of flexibility to it while still kind of keeping, its roots. There are many different types of moves that you can do with a unit, and the bread and butter is the maneuver action. So at the start of your turn, you're like, I'm going to maneuver with this unit. You get to do a full pivot in any direction you want, 360, whatever. Then you get to move their distance and then pivot again. And so that movement, pivot, move, pivot, it's just so flexible. It really kind of opens up the field. You're not going to find yourself in a super janky situation. Like it's good. You can march, which is moving in a straight line twice your distance, then pivot. I won't get into the rest, but the point is that pivoting in this game is built into a lot of the movement, and it makes things just a little more snappy. I like that the movement is sort of structured, so, if you're skilled at it, you will definitely, set yourself up, measure your distances, whatever, but it's not brutally punishing. If you find yourself in tight quarters, you can move over your own guys, whatever. Now, there's 2 things I'll just quickly mention about the movement in this game that set it above everything else, and that is charging, okay? When you declare a charge, if somebody's in your frontal arc, you get to pivot to face them and then charge. Similarly, if you kill a unit, you get to make a free maneuver action afterwards. So if I kill a unit, I get to pivot, move, and pivot. Or if a unit, runs away from me, I, as the person who they ran away from, get to make a full pivot for free. And so it's these built-in mini maneuvers or these mini movements that make the game so snappy, because in a lot of games, if somebody runs from you, you kind of have to spend a turn chasing them, or if you kill a unit, you have to spend a turn turning yourself around to get ready to fight again. But in this game, they're like, you know what, we know that's going to happen anyway, so let's just build it in. I love that. You kill a unit, free maneuver. You're already ready to go again next round. It's just so snappy. The second reason I like A Song of Ice and Fire is the rerolls and the dice pools. So this game has rerolls for days. I love rerolling dice as it helps kind of average things out a little bit, and I like appropriate sized dice pools. Now, I think it's fair to say that Warhammer Underworlds has probably a little too small of a dice pool. We love it, you gotta love the thing, but when you're rolling 2 dice, you can just get punished, 25% chance to blank on both is pretty good, actually. So CMON's A Song of Ice and Fire, the dice pool is generally about 5 to 10, I would say, dice, which is kind of a nice number to get at least, a little bit of an average. But furthermore, there are a lot of rerolls in this game. So if you charge, you get to make a reroll built in. You get to reroll all your misses on the attack. And furthermore, there's a token that you can apply to units, like a debuff or whatever, an affliction, that allows you to make them reroll things, reroll all your defenses, reroll all your hits, whatever. And the point is that it really smooths out the spikiness of this game. It's still going to happen. I mean, spikes always happen in any game, but at least here, theoretically, you can tame them a little bit. If you take the time to place those condition tokens on your enemy, luck will probably be on your side. The third reason I like A Song of Ice and Fire is the cards. Nothing frustrates me more in a game than watching my opponent kill my ass without me being able to respond in any way. A Song of Ice and Fire has a tactics deck. Every faction has, 14 cards. There's actually 7 cards, 2 copies of each, that you get. You're always using those. But when you take a commander, they add in 3 cards, 2 copies each, to make a deck of 20. So it's a small deck. But these cards allow you to create shenanigans. They bend the rules a little bit. So it's like, I'm going to charge you. You're like, hold on, roll 2 dice and take the shittiest one. And then they fail their charge or whatever. So there's this play that you can set things up. And the point is, it's not over till it's over, because these cards will allow you to spice up the play and really create some awesomely devastating combos. The deck is small, so it's easy to learn. You're going to learn it quick, and it goes similarly for your opponent. They're going to know your deck pretty quickly. There's only, they only have to learn 7 cards from your faction and 3 for your leader, essentially. And to that note, changing out your leader, changing out 6 cards, sometimes that's all the change you need in a list to make it a completely different list. The fourth reason I like A Song of Ice and Fire is the tactics board. The tactics board is totally unique to this game, and it represents the intrigue and subterfuge prevalent in the Game of Thrones universe. Not all battles are fought on the battlefield. They're fought, in fancy dinners and social gatherings. Cersei, I'm looking at you, you backstabbing banshee. Players can add non-combat units to their deck, such as Cersei and Littlefinger and Varys, and as an action, instead of, say, activating a unit of swordsmen, you actually can put this unit, this non-combat unit, onto the tactics board. This board is crazy and allows for all sorts of action economy, from making free attack actions to maneuvering for free, and even causing units to run off the battlefield in terror. It's this sort of action economy that, when played correctly, can allow for some huge plays, but more importantly, pull your ass out of the fire when things are looking grim, or tip your opponent over the edge. The fifth reason I like this game is because of the theme. This game is absolutely dripping in theme. You don't need to watch the shows or read the books. It's still very cool, but if you do watch the show and read the books, it kind of cranks this game up to 11. They have units that come in multiple forms. For example, you have Jaime, who, as a commander or an attachment to the unit, he's like a stalwart knight who really increases the defense and the retaliatory ability of your units. However, you can also run Jaime, the vengeful captive, who, at the beginning of the game, you put him in an enemy unit, and he's captured by them, but every time they activate, he hits them for 3 hits, and they have to defend themselves. It's like he's lashing out at his captors. Furthermore, if you capture him, as in wipe that unit out, you get a bonus victory point, as in you're saving Jaime, he's coming back to the team. These are super cool and thematic, and all of the characters in this game, all the abilities, whatever, have to pass by George R.R. Martin first to kind of be vetted for their authenticity. The sixth reason I like this game is it's easy to learn. The rules in this game are super easy to learn. It has now become my #1 tabletop wargame to introduce players to the hobby. Its rules are clear, its turns are fast, the sequence of events are clear, and generally a game takes like 45 minutes to play. The seventh reason I like this game is the app. Now, CMON has made a slick app for this game. It has an amazing list builder with access to all the cards and decks and unit upgrades and unit statistics. It has all the rules built into it, the erratas and FAQs, and it allows for exporting and sharing. It's a great app. So those are the reasons I like this game. I don't know. I didn't really think I would, and I didn't think I wanted to. I don't know. There's sort of like something about CMON and this game in particular. It's like, oh, don't try that game. But somebody demoed it to me, and honestly, man, it's good. It is good, and it is quick, and the rules make sense, and et cetera, et cetera. I mean, as the previously listed. So those are my reasons why this game is going to show up on the channel. I'll have some gameplay coming out shortly, and I hope that it'll be on the channel for a while because it really does play well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider supporting the channel by liking this video or subscribing to the channel, and especially hitting that bell icon. Feel free to leave comments in the comments section below. I love talking with you guys. Until next video, I'll see you then. Thanks.